Hey, what's up, friends? This is Dr. Paulie Gloves back with you to talk a little bit more about if styles make fights, what makes styles. In the previous video, I showed you short range for the short fighter, compact, trying to get inside, to mid range. This is your very traditional style fighting where you catch and throw punches, to long range for the longer fighter who's trying to use footwork to counter with long punches. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about how every style has a built-in defense. Let's start with the short range style. Short range style, when you're fighting, when you throw punches, your head tips off line. See how my head tick-tocks? So when you're throwing the punch, what's happening is you're actually slipping as you come forward towards the taller opponent. Contrast that with the mid-range style, where everything is very precise and tight. Everything is very tight as you throw your punches. So if somebody counters you, your hands are very high. So it's a very traditional style. Finally, the long range style, as we throw punches, we're actually using very long punches, so the shorter fighters can't reach us as they try to counter. So we're using long punches, which has that built-in defense of keeping people at the very end. So if they counter, they're going to miss you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this with my fighter, Abe. We'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so the first style we're going to talk about is my short range fighting. And short range fighting is for the shorter guy, the opponent that might not be able to have the great reach, or maybe they're trying to get inside because they want to take somebody down. So when the shorter guy throws his punches, he's going to be more squared up, and as he throws them, he's going to tick-tock his head. Watch how Abe throws his one. Look how his head goes offline, okay? Watch now how he throws his 1-2. 1, 2, look how the defense is built in. His head is falling offline, so essentially he's slipping as he's throwing the punches. Not only is he slipping as he's throwing the punches, but he's gaining a lot of velocity, a lot of power. Let's take a look at how that looks compared to the mid-range style. Watch how very precise and tight his hands are up high. Watch how his head isn't tick-tocking, but his hands are very tight, right? As he throws the one, look how everything's tight here, and it's tight here, because he's staying kind of in the pocket, where the short range style is about the fighter coming forward. This style is like a Muay Thai style or kickboxing style, very traditional, where you stay right in front of the punch. So he's got to have everything in tight, because every time he throws a punch, somebody can counter. So he throws the one, it's very tight here, he catches the two here with the shoulder, or maybe he catches the two here, catch it with your punch here, yep, catch it here, catch, boom, boom, that's it. Everything is tight and catching punches, hands this way. Now let's take a look at the long range style. And if you can imagine Abe's fighting me, I'm going to capitalize on my reach. And the long range style, the built-in defense is literally using long punches, alright? So let's say Abe was fighting the short range style, he's trying to come forward on me, he's squared up, and he throws a lead 2 at me. Look at my long range styles, I use the defense. I can literally counter with my hook. My range is superior to his. So my defense that's built in is literally just using a long punch and using maybe a little draw defense, right? If he throws the 3 at me, I might draw. I use a long punch, right? He tries to throw a 2 at me, and watch how I draw again. So I'm using long punches and short little draw steps to keep my defense in a position where I'm not going to be countered. So we had our short range, tick-tocking motion. Our mid-range, everything's tight and precise, and that's default style. And the long range, where I'm using very long punches so he can't counter me with his shorter punches, and I'm finishing with a draw. I hope it's been helpful today. We'll see you next week.